Last week, we took a look at the Battle of Gallipoli. I'd like to move forward in this fashion and bring episode 2 of Battlefield 1 history. Today, we're going ahead and taking a look at the Chauchat machine gun. I've been recently playing a lot with the Chauchat along with the new Browning MG, and I have grown quite fond of the telescopic variant of both of these weapons. I recently made a video on the Browning MG over on the Battlefield Nation's YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out once you're done with this video for more information about the Browning both in-game and real life. So, getting back on track, the Chauchat light machine gun. Named after Colonel Louis Chauchat, the weapon would become the main light machine gun for French troops throughout the duration of the First World War. But it wasn't until June 1916 where the weapon was placed into regular service with the French infantry. The Chauchat would be used extensively by the new American Expeditionary Force entering towards the later stages of the war. The Chauchat was revolutionary in its design, allowing just one soldier to be able to fire and wield the Chauchat and not have a heavy tripod or a team of gunners needed to operate the machine gun. The Chauchat was inexpensive and was produced in mass quantities to aid in its portable design. The Chauchat combined a pistol grip, an inline stock, and a detachable magazine capable of holding 20 rounds. All of this together would equate to around 20 pounds in total. Very light considering the other machine guns available during the time period. The ease of use of the Chauchat was so great that soldiers would continuously fire from the hip when using the Chauchat in a Rambo-esque fashion called marching fire. Firing the 8mm Lebel round, the Chauchat delivered lots of firing power. Of course, firing this type of ammunition would cause lots of recoil for a weapon as small and light as the Chauchat. Thanks to its long recoil mechanism, it was able to fire those Lebel rounds without having an overwhelming amount of recoil. When firing, the extraction and ejection of the empties takes place when the barrel returns forward, while the bolt is retained in the rear position. The mechanism was actually based off the Remington Model 8 by John Browning, which is another weapon within Battlefield 1. But soldiers would report a lot of stress when firing the weapon, which completely contradicts the design of the long recoil mechanism. But it was actually the ergonomics and the loose bipod on the Chauchat, rather than the recoil mechanism, that would cause major stress on the soldier firing the gun. However, a major issue began to occur in many, if not all, Chauchat models, and the shell of the round that was being fired would become stuck and not be able to empty properly. It was so apparent that many began to claim the Chauchat as the worst machine gun in history. Also, the magazine for the Chauchat was open along one side of the magazine. Pair this with the muddy battlefields of the Western Front and you have a recipe for disaster. As said previously, the Chauchat was inexpensive to make. This would result in low quality parts on top of the other mishaps that already plague the Chauchat. The French military considered the Chauchat to be inferior to the Hotchkiss M1914 machine gun, despite the Hotchkiss having a tripod, being much heavier and more expensive to produce. With its major flaws, the Chauchat would later have prototypes of a fully enclosed, mud-proof variant successfully tested in May to June 1918. Alas, it was too late for the superior model to hit the front lines as World War I's end drew near. Breaking history and turning it back to Battlefield 1, the Chauchat first arrived with the They Shall Not Pass expansion in March 2017. The gun within Battlefield 1 boasts the highest damage per shot out of any light machine gun, albeit with a very slow rate of fire. It isn't the best gun in the class by any means, but is a nice change of pace to all other machine guns currently within Battlefield 1. So, there's some history for the Chauchat for you. If you have any ideas for any upcoming episodes of Battlefield 1 history, let me know by writing them in the comments down below. And as always, it's been BloodHound, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.